everybody, I'm nastymold, and in this video we're going to do the daily quests, find today's seasonal candles, the treasure cakes, and of course, information on today's shard event. First up is the seasonal candles. We have 4 of these little bundles to find in the Golden Wasteland. Each one of these seasonal candle bundles is going to give us 25% of the wax needed to forge 1 season candle. So collecting all 4 will give us 1 total season candle. So our first one is right here. And the next one is just up ahead by this broken temple. From here we're going to head to the right and we can find one over here. And all these broken stones. And then heading back towards the exit of this area, we are going to find our last one on the top of the broken temple. All the way up here. And this will be our final seasonal candle bundle to find. Again, collecting all 4 of these will give us 1 total season candle. All done. And with that done, let's get started on today's daily quests. To melt 10 darkness, it kind of goes without saying, but all we have to do is burn 10 little pieces of darkness. And of course, while you're doing this one, be careful. The rainbow can be found in the Forgotten Ark, and all we have to do to get here is go immediately to the right-hand side of the first area of the Golden Wasteland. There will be a dock and a boat you can sit at, and it will bring you here. All we have to do is head towards the left-hand side of the rainbow and there will be a big treasure candle. You don't even have to light it or pick it up, but I mean, we're gonna do it because, of course, we're gonna pick up the treasure cake. Yum, yum, yum. Wax. Today's spirit to relive is quite a long one. We are going to be reliving the Crab Whisperer. They can be found in the shipwreck area towards the left-hand side in this big pipe. This one is one of the harder spirits, mostly because of its length in my opinion, but there are a ton of crabs, and there's also a krill circling this area, so you do want to be quite careful. It's pretty beneficial if you have another person who can run ahead and flip crabs, but you can definitely do it solo with a bit of patience and being careful. As soon as you see the crabs a little bit closer in front of you, you're going to want to start calling so you can flip them right away. That way they won't run at you and just totally destroy this carry ball quest. So yeah, this one is super long. We are going to go into the shipwreck, go all the way down it, back, and then up, and then down, and then towards the exit of this area, towards the temple of the Golden Wasteland. This one is quite long. Be patient. Call a lot. That is my best advice, and call ahead of time. The krill actually isn't too much of an issue here. The only time it'll ever really be in your path is when you're on top of the boat. So we can just go as fast as we want. You don't have to look out too much. At this point, we're going to go all the way to the end. And then once we start flying up, we do want to be careful. So from this point, I would like to carry it on the ground instead of up here because now we are in the sight of the krill. And this way is just very slow. It's starting to catch up on us. But this person wants to go up on the posts, and so we shall. It's all about teamwork. You know what? I'll wait till they get down. Are you coming down? So the krill is circling behind us. It should be in our path pretty soon. We might get seen, I don't know. I'm going to jump up, carry it, and we will hope for the best. As long as you're on the right-hand side, when it passes on the left, you'll be fine. And then you're going to want to move on to the left-hand side once it turns around. But this person is sacrificing themselves. Wow. Brave soul. Shall we sneak a peek? Oh my goodness. Oh, so mighty. Well, you could also have someone do that. That is pretty handy. But it's pretty easy to avoid it on top of the deck. You just want to be careful. And then when you get to this point, at this checkpoint, you can hide behind this big post until it passes. And at this point, it's kind of my least favorite part because sometimes the light will stay on top of the deck, but you want to jump down and bring the light with you. You want to make sure you actually bring it off the ledge because sometimes it'll just stay up top, but then you have to fly back up. We're going to jump off and call as soon as you get to the bottom because there's a ton of crabs. Yeah. And there we go. I believe the krill can see you a little bit in this water here, but I've never had it happen to me. So maybe I'm completely wrong. But we're just going to climb up all these pipes at the far end, and that is it with this quest. It's a bit long. It's definitely a bit long. To relive a spirit's memories, first we must relive a spirit and then light them. After that, we will watch their cutscene and collect their emote. You can do this with any spirit in the Golden Wasteland, it doesn't have to be this one. Today's daily treasure candles can be found in the Daylight Prairie. Our first one is right here in the Prairie Social Space. Our next candle can be found just before the exit to the Prairie Village. Our third one can be found in the cave area just before we actually enter the cave. And our final one is in the bird's nest area, inside the rightmost island. Today's shard can be found in the Golden Wasteland in the graveyard area. We have 3 potential places it can land. One is right here in the very entrance to the graveyard. We have one over here, kind of by this winged light. And we have one on the other side of this area. I'm just gonna sneak past this krill. Uh-oh. I'm not sneaking. You know what? I'll be fine. Let's just do a little... Woo! Woo! We're good. Just a bounce. And the third area is just behind this winged light in that tunnel. So around here. I do actually have a recording of this one, which I will play now with the times. Today's shard timing is on the screen now. It is in PDT time. If you need to convert it into your own time zone, there's a link below. It'll show the upcoming shard times, and it'll show it all in your own time zone, which is nice. This is the one that was just up by that first winged light, and it's pretty nice because it's very out of the way of the krill. I believe most of these are out of the way of the krill, and I find them pretty easy. It's just a little scary for some reason because you're in the graveyard and, you know, there's so many krill here. But I believe there's only one that kind of comes in contact with you here, so you should be pretty safe. I would recommend bringing something to charge yourself, just because there's nothing you can really use around here, other than that winged light, of course. And yeah, all in all, not a super difficult shard. For the second part of this event, we just have to pick up a couple of crabs. Also super easy, there's only 3 of them? Yeah. The hardest one is over here. Oh, there's 4. One on the ground. Careful. And of course, this is a red shard, so upon completion we get some ascended candles, and we have access to one of the shattering memories to find one of the winged light. And that is all of the daily changes today in Sky. Thank you so much as always for watching, you guys. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you enjoyed, and I will of course see you in the next video. Bye bye!